on a note of migration, actually, this is the Brexit Party. Brexit Party was like a break-off of UKIP, who were focused to getting Brexit done. We get Brexit done. They got nothing done. they got nothing done. They were around for shorter than the time that it takes to drink a cup of tea, and they're barely ever heard from again. Although I'm pretty sure they're sort of scattered between old BNP members and such. So let's hear about what it's like to work with the Brexit Party. This is gonna get juicy, people.
No place for people with extreme views. But tonight, his Brexit Party has been forced to sack 2 officials after an undercover investigation by this programme revealed shocking evidence of racism, violence...
Stranger got sacked and not promoted. Maybe because it was on the news and they were getting called out for it. Do you think if this tape was, applauded? Do you think if people were like, oh, well, this is a very good tape, these people are saying the right things, I like what these people are saying, they would have been promoted? I think they would. I think the Brexit Party just fired them for the compass, the look.
The pair, an elected councillor and a regional party manager, were working on the party's campaign in Hartlepool.
Oh, Hartlepool. Hartlepool is a very controversial area. A lot of different places there.
Where Chairman Richard Tice...
Sorry, a lot of different parties there.
The councillor has now resigned. And a warning, there is racially offensive language in Claire Fallon's exclusive report, which you may find...
Warning, people. Racially offensive language. There's probably going to be some slurs. So if you don't want to hear slurs, be careful.
disturbing. It also contains some flash photography from the outset.
Nigel Farage has a new party, and in this week's election, he wants to get his party into Parliament.
You know what I've noticed?
The new party.
Hang on. Yeah, look at this. Look at their logo. You see that logo? Now, some would say that looks like an arrow. Like an arrow pointing to the right. Hey, there we go. Right ringers again. No, what I see is a house that's fallen over. Yeah, it looks like a house that's fallen over, personally. And I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect representation of the way that Brexit's going. It's like if you just flicked on a house, knocked it over, you know?
And in this week's election, he wants to get his party into Parliament.
UKIP and the Brexit Party are very different, and I don't think that Middle England, decent people, want to vote for a political party that is linked to extremism, violence, criminal records and thuggery.
Says the Brexit Party.
That's why I left UKIP.
But are they?
They're literally the same, dude. They're literally the same.
And different, and not just the UKIP. Nigel Farage himself denounced. We go undercover to find out. Inside the Brexit Party campaign in Hartlepool.
Look at certain other countries who will not accept Muslims.
Ooh, okay, we're talking about Muslim culture. Alright, we're talking about Islam and Muslim culture. Let's see what looks like 60-year-old British white man has to say about Muslims.
They don't need a quarter of the prisons that we need. They're outbreeding us.
You're getting more of the blacks and all, the proper blacks.
Ooh, okay, do for do. There, this is shocking.
From Somalia and all that.
Hartlepool.
I'd like to ask, what is the difference between the blacks and the proper blacks? What? What is the difference? What is the point he's making? It's just like everyone else. What is it?
Has been safe Labour since the 60s, with a 70% vote to leave the EU. The Brexit Party now dominates the local council. and Richard Tice, who set up
Local council being dominated by racists. Where have I heard that before? I swear I've heard that before. People, we've heard that before.
Leave.eu and is the chairman of the Brexit Party, wants to be the MP here.
I'm delighted to be standing as the Brexit Party candidate.
He looks like a cheap Wish, you know, Wish.com. He looks like a Wish.com version of, what's the guy? His name's Ben. His name's Ben. He hosts Tipping Point. Ben from Tipping Point. He looks like a cheap version of Ben from Tipping Point.
Here in Hartlepool in this general election, and we plan to win and win big.
With candidates in almost 300 seats, this is their top target. We've heard allegations about links with racism and extremism inside the Brexit Party in Hartlepool. To investigate, our undercover reporter has signed up to help with the campaign and spent 3 weekends on the inside. With senior figures in the party who think they can change Hartlepool.
That's literally the guy.
Better than the Brexit has. I know lots of the north of England that is far, far worse.
We talk Brexit Party strategy with those inside the campaign.
I mean, our poll ratings here are outstanding. Are they? So in the key seats, you know, our target seats, poll ratings are really good. Forget the national picture, it's irrelevant.
We're the main target seat in the country.
That's Gordon Parkin. We will come back to him in a bit.
Good old Gordon. Good old Gordon.
Councillor Mincher.
And we're introduced to Brexit Party councillor David Mincher. Elected in May, he's now part of the ruling coalition controlling Hartlepool Council. We head out with him as he canvasses voters and represents his party.
Well, I got infested as UKIP, see. I've come across the Brexit Party.
I've come in from UKIP to the Brexit Party. It's almost like they're the same thing. Huh? Did I say that before? I think I said that before. Yeah, it's almost like they're the same thing.
He was UKIP when he was elected, but has switched sides and joined Nigel Farage's new party. After about 20 minutes of knocking on doors, Councillor Mincher shares his views on Hartlepool's Muslim community.
Yeah. And they're out breeding us. And they're out breeding us as well, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Is there a lot of Muslims here, you know?
In the town?
Yeah.
No, not really. Compared to nowhere else. It's all knock-on effect, isn't it?
Is this the displacement theory? That's a displacement theory. That's like KKK level shit, dude. That's KKK level shit. What's he gonna say the 14 words next? The displacement theory is complete absolute bollocks. Like, nobody actually believes it. Okay, people actually believe it, but it's not true at all. I mean, oh my god. What do they think they're up against? Rabbits? They're not rabbits! Mate. Oh my god, I hate racists, dude. I hate racists. They're crazy.
Next door will move out first because they don't want them next door because they live like animals.
And it seems this elected politician's views don't just spill out as racist words. What he tells us next, if true, would likely be treated as a hate crime.
So have you got a mosque here?
Yeah, round near me where I live, we tried to put a big pig's head in the concrete, we got over the fence. You know, when they were doing the groundwork.
This got a lot worse. This got a lot worse.
And they had all the bouncers who do all the northeast. We were doing the security for that mosque.
Yeah.
So when we got in, they caught us. Us out because we were going to take a video with a pig's head under their concrete, let them finish it, let it all get built, and then just send the video out and say, look, there you go, you've got a pig's head under your mosque there, so you'll have to get it all knocked down and redone again, or we'll just leave it because it's desecrated ground, innit?
And over the next few hours,
That's disgusting. Not even taking the mic. What makes you think that's appropriate behaviour at all? You know? That's sickening.
Racism kept coming.
Look, the Turks are the biggest heroin dealers in the country. Look at all those young cleaning the money off the heroin and all that, aren't they? The Turks.
Today, the Brexit Party told us they were totally unaware of Councillor Minch's views and condemn his remarks.
Ah, yes. You work alongside someone for so long. You know, in a political setting. It's a political setting. Like, working in a office for a political party is a political setting. You're going to discuss your views. Okay? I do not believe for a second they did not know what his ideas were. Okay? I do not believe that for a second. That is absolute bollocks. There is no way you work with someone in a political office for a political party and you don't know even the littlest bit even the littlest idea about their ideologies. You know, surely you can get to know someone like that, especially if he's talking about this stuff with someone he's just met. If you are this open about your racist beliefs and your ideas to plant pig heads under mosques with someone you've never met before, then people you work with every day, you're going to be a tad more open, aren't you? So I do not believe for a second that they had no idea about his racist beliefs. I do not believe that for a second. That is bollocks.
But there is another issue.
I'm one of the footy lads, see, in the town as well. Even though I'm councillor, I'm banned still from the footy.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't my first ban.
Alright.
It's my fifth ban.
Oh, right.
So,
You're a serial banner.
So this year they give me 5 years this time.
Over a pub lunch, we hear about another football match that turned violent.
I didn't even shout or anything. I just dropped 3 from behind as well. Windmill right into 3. Drop them all.
How have you kept it away from the old Brexit party then? All this
No, they know.
Oh, they do know.
They've had to do police checks.
Yeah.
Okay, so this man has been hitting random people at football games. And it speaks for itself.
Apparently it's been fine.
Then our undercover reporter asks this.
Have you got a big drug problem around here?
No, not really. Well, the only problem I have is I can't get rid of all my cocaine when I get it shipped in, so I struggle selling my coke. You know what coke, are you?
No. Do you not have it on a night out then?
Yeah, but I have to sometimes, because if I just have a drink on my own, I'm...
Ooh. Is that hypocrisy I smell? Huh? Is that hypocrisy I smell? I'm sniffing something here. It smells like hypocrisy. It's all these foreigners bringing in drugs, he says, selling drugs on the street. And he's working for a political party who, you know, prime objective, clean up our streets. And he's selling drugs. Yeah, it smells like corruption to me. Yeah. Love that.
People you'll ever meet. Right. So if I have that first, I'm alright, I'm quite nice and all that.
And spotting an Asian family out the window.
Oh no.
There you go. Oh yeah. Multiculturalism in that.
The local councillor cracks what he seems to think is a joke.
What nationality do you know?
Shiites, they're not Sunnis. They don't look happy at all.
And with that, for now, we say goodbye. The following week, our reporter asks Richard Tice whether he knows of Councillor Mincher.
Who did we went camping with? Dave, he was a character. Dave Mincher.
Yep.
Have you met him?
How's his finger? Yeah, I met him a week ago. He got his bloody finger nearly bitten off by the
Where is it on the day?
Well, we came out, there was blood all over the sheets. We thought that's commitment to the cause.
Nigel Farage insists there is no room for racists in the Brexit Party.
Well, it seems to be a pretty big space.
While undercover, we're told candidates' backgrounds are checked and there are strict vetting procedures. It's our last weekend in Hartlepool, and we come back to Gordon Parkin.
I am the assistant manager for the North East region.
He's a senior figure in the campaign team, but did the party vetting system miss him too?
Well, remember you said you was involved with UKIP
I
before.
was 15, 16 years, but I've been retired 3 months. And then they said, God, Gordon, come back with us, come back with us. I thought,
Yeah.
Christ, I'll come and help you out.
Gordon Parkin is no stranger to Nigel Farage or Richard Tice. He's no Brexit Party bit part player.
I.
But 4.5 years ago, he was investigated by UKIP for sharing far-right posts. Shared by accident, he insisted, and then deleted.
Oh, it's an accident. I'm not actually racist. I just accidentally made those racist posts. Oh. Is that... Ooh, you know that Reddit? r/oops didn't mean to? I think this is a prime example for r/oops I didn't mean to.
And yet, he told our undercover reporter this.
Look at certain other countries who will not accept Muslims.
All right.
They don't have half the prisons they need. They don't need a quarter of the prisons that we need. They don't need a quarter of the policemen we need. They don't need a quarter of the health services we need.
But if we had free reign to do it, how can we tackle that, Gordon? That's the thing.
Because most won't you? And that's what they're doing. They're outbreeding us. And they will tell you themselves after.
Oh, displacement theory coming out to strike again. Ooh. Displacement. What a load of bollocks.
That's it. We'll outbreed you in X number of years. So you've lost already. And we have.
And on Stephen Yaxley Lennon, the anti-Muslim founder of the EDL, known as Tommy Rob...
Oh, this man. Oh, Tommy Robinson. Get ready, people.
Whose recruitment to UKIP led Nigel Farage to quit.
I believe in what Tommy Robinson says, to be quite frankly.
That's all you need to hear. That's all you need to hear. That's literally all you need to hear.
Nobody has got the balls to stand up and tell it as it is.
But if you was the leader, what would you do?
But that's not how it is, though. You know, oh, he's got the balls to tell it how it is. That's not how it is, though. Not at all. Nope. He doesn't tell it like it is. He tells it like you want to hear it. You know, so this whole brainwashing you've gone through your whole bloody life is justified to you. But that's not the truth. You know, your brainwashing, yeah. It satisfies your brainwashing, but it's not actually true, though, is it? No, it's not.
Because I know what I would do.
If I was the leader of this place, I'd invite Tony Robinson.
What do you think he would bring to the party that we haven't got at the moment?
Patriotism, to put it in a nutshell.
Now, there is a thin line between patriotism and nationalism. Patriotism oftentimes leads to nationalism. What he deems as patriotism is not patriotism. Patriotism is standing up for your country as in like, oh, I'm proud to be British, you know. I have a British flag, I have a British flag duvet cover. I have British flag shower curtains. I have British flags on my office. I have a British flag outside my door. Nationalism is saying, oh, well, Britain needs to be Britain again. You know, we need to be Britain. You know, we can't have black people walk around on the street. That's not British. That's nationalism. And oftentimes they confuse patriotism for nationalism. But as I said, patriotism sometimes can lead to nationalism. You know, you be around this ideology of Britain is so great, yeah, Britain #1, and you know all these flags and this like military culture, this militarization, authoritarian culture for so long. you start to adapt those beliefs and get more extreme. You know, you look more into it, and you go down the rabbit hole, as it were. You go down that rabbit hole of patriotism until you finally cross that line over to nationalism. Then you get a whole new bunch of ideas, and you start fitting into whole new communities of like-minded people, which you don't want to be like-minded with them, because they're always wrong.
Yeah. Now in Hartlepool, they don't like coloured people. I'll tell you now, as you're walking around, just watch the taxi drivers. You won't see a black man.
Actually, I've been surprised there's not as many immigrants here.
They won't have them. They persecute the bastards.
Ah yes, persecuting immigrants. It's a laughing matter, isn't it? Yeah, we find that funny. We love to hear about that. That's really funny. You know, people who weren't born with a silver spoon up their arse, who haven't seen persecution, laughing about others' pain, others being tortured by their own country, others being forced to move or seek asylum elsewhere because their country of birth is not giving them the proper social safety nets, the proper support, or the proper anything, the proper help, the proper security that they deserve. You know what? If people like this were country leaders, if we just let them have control of the country, we would be one of the people sending out asylum seekers. Alright, if these people had control, we would be sending out as many asylum seekers as any country that we've put into that situation. These people would put us in the situation we put so many others in. Nah, it just ain't right. It just ain't right. It's like, you know, progressive people like myself, we want to bring everyone up with ourselves. You know, we want to be the rising tide that lifts all of the boats. These people want to be the lowering tide, bringing everyone down to the same standard. So yeah, we're both looking for equality in a way. But yeah, we're both looking for equality in a way. Just we're looking for equality in the good way that everyone is thriving, and they're looking for equality in the way that everyone is suffering. Because everyone does suffer in the long run with this ideology.
The next day, we're with Brexit Party councillor Dave Mincher again.
After you, mate.
Oh.
No, please, I insist.
And are heading back out on the campaign trail to canvass for Richard Tice.
Dave, do you know where we're going? Yeah. Good. So,
You know this, so we've got quite a few white taxi drivers, haven't we?
well,
Middlesbrough got nearly all Middlesbrough.
Pizza.
Right with all Asians now, like.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
As we drive through Hartlepool, we hear yet more racism.
Because you're getting more of the blacks and all, you know, the proper blacks from Somalia and all, like, because you can tell the Somalians, they're like skinny blacks, aren't they?
As we pass the town's mosque, the elected politician tells us again what he planned there.
I'll take you past the Only Mosque, but you know when I told you about the pig's heads, what we tried to put in?
Oh, right.
This is just up here.
On the streets, we join up with Rick Moore. He's a Brexit Party parliamentary candidate in Lancashire.
I was telling him, because funny up the story I told him, we tried to put pig's heads in it with concrete and all the security and got us. Yeah.
And for Dave Mincher, a new audience means another telling of the same story.
Yeah. We were going to video putting the pig's heads in the concrete. Yeah. But they just end up getting some other young ones end up coming around, putting them on the spikes around the railings.
The man listening is standing to be an MP in Blackburn for the Brexit Party. Rick Moore told us he doesn't remember hearing the comments, saying he'd switched off to the conversation, but would have reported it to the party because those attitudes are unacceptable.
Hey, mate, sorry to trouble you. Wonder if we can count on your vote, Brexit Party.
This is just one constituency. It's impossible to say whether the same views are held by other members of the party in other parts of the country. But just last week, Nigel Farage was insisting his party doesn't have a problem.
Any attempt that gets made to try and paint the Brexit Party into being a right-wing political party that would harbour anybody with extreme views is completely and utterly wrong. with extreme views is completely and utterly wrong.
Pog face. He's doing the Pog face. He's doing Pog. He's the new Pog. This is Pog. No, this is wrong Pog. Actually, Pog face got removed for similar reasons. This is the new Pog. Okay, this is the new Pog. New Pog. New Pog. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm going to take a photo of that. New Pog. We got the new Pog face. Yeah, no, this twat. What a twat.
Tonight, Richard Tice, the Brexit Party chairman and parliamentary candidate in Hartlepool, told us the party has removed the whip from David Mincher and dismissed Gordon Parkin. Richard Tice says he and the Brexit Party totally condemn the hideous remarks in the strongest possible terms, and that he and the Brexit Party in no way share or condone or were aware of any of these comments. David Mincher told us he made up the Mosque story. He said he doesn't sell or take drugs and offered to take a drug test to prove it. He said he was banned from football for threatening words and behaviour, not violence, and has today resigned as a councillor. Gordon Parkin has not responded to our request for a comment.
God, it's funny how they go back as soon as they get caught. Do you think if they never got caught, they would have had the same? They would have had the same. What was it? Words? Yeah. Do you think if they never got caught, they would have had the same belief that it was all made up, it was all fabrication? Do you think if they never got caught, that would be the truth? Because I don't think so. I don't think that would be the truth if they never got caught. I don't believe it is the truth. I think he 100% tried to do that. And he couldn't. Anyway, we've done a lot today, folks. We've done a lot, so